The remaining things about this section is about the proof using the AJAX. And first, you need to create the function. Okay. So we need to create a new function create in the fuse underbar CRUD.py. So in the fuse CRUD.py, if you still remember, whenever we do the creation, if we have a new data, then we need to save. And for this matter, because we need to also connect to the AJAX, we need to check what is the information from the AJAX. In this case, the information from the AJAX will be title and the content. So let's see the detail. And yeah, we still need to create the link. Okay. In this case, I'm creating the link in the URLs underbar group. I hope you still remember when we want to create, we can make a new link to create this new data. And then we can make the AJAX. Okay. So this AJAX, it is to create a new data. So create a new AJAX in the JavaScript and put the code below in the create section of the script underbar group. Let me just copy this one. And then you have the script group.js you can put on the create. So here, yeah, after you have create, now I have this section. Okay. So we will learn the details. What does it mean by this section? Now let's try. How if we do this one? How if we create a new one? Let's make a new title, maybe the fifth post. And then the content maybe about the AJAX work. Let me create. So what you can see is, yes, something's nothing, no, nothing happened. But yeah, we can have a new data. So this is using the AJAX. So we don't need to refresh all the page. We just need this page. We just need this form. And then we send this data to the server. So let's say we have another 6 posts. Maybe let's make fruit Ajax word, for example. Okay. So without any refresh of the data, then the data is added automatically here. And the other details like and dislike, it is 0. Now let's take a look on this detail. ID create. So if you still remember, this is dollar. Dollar means it is the jQuery function. And then I want to access to the ID create. When the ID create click, it means when I click on the create, let's run this function. So where is the ID create? Is the ID create? If you go to the index, this is the ID create. So this is the ID create. So when I click on this one, when I click that one, then run the section. Now you will see the title is from the title, the ID title. So where is the ID title? The ID title is from this one, the ID title. And then I want to get the value. So if I write fifth post, then this text will go to the title. Content. If I write AJAX word, then this text will go to this variable. Okay. So the variable name is $title, $content. So the $content, it is from the jQuery. Let's access the content, the ID content. Okay. Then you need to check what is the ID content. This is the ID content. In the ID content, let's get the value and then put here. So we have if the title is empty or if the content is empty, so if either one of these variable empty, then make alert. Please complete the required field. Now let's check. If I put this one 7 push and then let's make empty. When I click this one, then there is a message. Please complete the required field. So we have this AJAX. Okay. So if everything is okay, this one is okay, this one is okay. Now we go to AJAX. So the AJAX means I am going to create. So the create, it will connect to the URL create. So the URL create, it is based on the use underbar group. In the fuse underbar group, this one, when you go to the link create, it means you are connecting to the function create. And the function create means I'm going to check what is the title and what is the content. And the title and the content will go to this data. It will go to this model. So the title and the content will go to this model. And once it goes to this model, then let's save it. Okay. So the type is post. I think you remember the difference between get and post. Okay. Now we have this data. The data that we want to input is the title and the content. So if you look at this title and content, this title and content actually this is the title and this is the content. So this is the title, this is the content from the AJAX. So this is the title, this is the content. So that's why I distinguish the variable name. From this JavaScript, I use the dollar. And this dollar title will go to the title in the backend. This dollar content, it means this is the variable from the JavaScript and it will go to the content in the backend. And yeah, we are going to use the CSRF middleware token, which is the token from the Django. then we will input it into the database. If everything is good, so if it is success, then we will run read. So it means we will go back to read function. The read function is this one. So we'll read again the data and then just get the data. And for the title and for the content, let's make the value as empty. Let's make the value as empty. Okay. So that's about the create. So I give the explanation like this one. So this is to get the value from the input about the title. This is to verify whether the content empty or not. And this data will be sent to the server. And when the statement is success, read the data and set the text into. Okay. We can add it and we can update. So this is the function of edit and update. And let's put into the fuse underbar group. Let's put this one into the fuse group. Fuse underbar group. Okay, we have edit, we have update. Okay, so let's continue first. I will explain it a little bit later. So in the URLs underbar group, let's put two more lines, edit and edit update. So in the URLs group, let's put two more lines. The first will be edit. So we are going to edit what is the ID. And the second one, we are going to update the ID. For this, let's make another HTML. Okay, I think this is just for the easy ways to update. Let's make a new HTML with the name is p underbar edit.html and it will be located in the CRUD folder. So let's go to the CRUD and then let's make a new HTML file. So we have p edit. So this is the p edit and extend. So we are going to use the base.html and this is the body. In the body, we have form. In the form, we will use the CSRF token. Whenever we have a form, we need to have a token from the Django. And then let's see the input. So the input, it is hidden. What is hidden? It is not shown in the website because I'm going to check the ID. The next is title. So the label is title and the input text is related to the title. And the other is content. And the ID is content and the value is related to the content. If I update something on this title and this content, then I'm going to update it. So this button is to update. Once I click the update, then it will go to the function update. Okay. So this function update means check what is the ID. You still remember get? What is the difference between get and filter. You remember? Get means you will get only one data. For filter, you can get more than one data. Okay, so this is to get only one data. And then let's make the title equals to the request.post title. And let's make the post.content equals to request.post content. And save it. Okay. After that, let's get back to the index. So we want to show back the list. If we go to edit, okay, so in the edit, we are going to go to the edit page. So we look at the ID, the particular ID. It means we will check the ID and then we will get the ID and then put the post into the HTML file. Now, you can go to the next, which is about the edit. We have two additional functions. Okay, add two functions in the JavaScript in the script underbar crude.js and place in the section edit and update. So the code below is on the edit section. Okay, so let's copy and paste this one first. I will explain later. So we have the edit. Okay, we put this one on the edit. And then put this code in the update section. So I put this one in the update section. So put in the update. Now let's check. Using the same, this one. Now I'm going to update, let's say the fifth post. Okay. So I'm going to update it. Now I'm going to update the AJAX word. Maybe the word will be plus crude, for example. So if I did update, yeah, there is a warning or there is an alert, update it. Now the data has been updated. Okay. For the update, maybe it is still need to make some more efforts compared to the create. For the create and delete, it will be more optimized. Now let's see how the edit works. In the edit, so we go to the document and if we click on the dot edit, what does it mean? Dot edit. If you look at the code before, here, dot. What does it mean by dot? We will check the class. So we check where is the class edit. So you can go to the result. We have the class edit. This is the class edit. So the class edit, it is the button. This is PTN. So this is the class with the button and the name is edit. So that's why some people said, oh, this is simple, but actually it is not simple. If you cannot understand what does it mean by this dot, then you will never know where you will go to the HTML file. So this edit means that one. Okay. You need to find the class edit. When you find the class edit, then you will click on it And if you click on it, then you will do this function. So what is this function? This function means I'm going to check this. What is this? Dollar this. So the dollar this, if you look at this one, dollar this. Dollar this means this element. Okay. It means now I'm in the edit element. When I have in the edit element, so this edit element, now let's check the attribute name. What is the attribute name? Anyway, we need to check the name. Oh, not in this one. So we go to the edit. Where is the name? This one. So we have the attribute name. What is name? This is the ID. So we will get the ID and then we want to get the ID from the rows, and then we will put it into the window location, edit slash plus the dollar ID. The dollar ID is this variable. Means if I click on this field, so it will check what is this ID. Maybe I can open the data. So the ID is 5. Then it means we will go to edit 5. Maybe this one. We have edit 5. So it's the same like this one. So this is the ID that we want to edit. If you change this 6, then the data is from the data number 6. If you change this one 1, then this is the data from the ID number 1. And after we have this edit, now we want to check the update. So where is this ID update? Now we are in the edit. We are now in this page. The ID update, it is the button. Whenever we click on this one, then when we click on update, so this is click. Again, we will do this statement, check the value of the title, and then check the value of the content. Now, if you go to the page edit, we have title and we have content. So the value will be on this variable and the value will be on this variable. And make sure the title and the content is not empty, it's not null. If both of them are not null, then we will check what is the ID. So the ID here will be the ID from the post ID. This shop means the ID. So where's the ID? This is in the page ID.html. The ID post ID. The ID post ID. So the value is post ID and we want to put it into the JavaScript. So we want to put it into the JavaScript, which is the $ID. Now we are going to execute the AJAX. In this AJAX, I'm going to look at the URL dot dot update. So what does it mean? We have dot dot update, and then we have the particular ID. In this case, we are looking at the URLs. The URLs update, it is located after the edit. So it is not directly root update. But after this root, we still have root edit update. So there is a kind of one more link before the update. That's why in the script, okay, in the JavaScript, we use dot dot to indicate the update. It is different with the edit. In this case, the edit is a link after the root directly. But the update link is update link. It is based on the root, and then it goes from edit, and then we go to update, and then we include the ID. So if we want to update ID 5, the ID, yeah, it is 5. And then the type is post. Again, we will update the title into the title, and we will update the content into the content, and we use the CSRF middleware token. So the title and the content, it will go to the script.py, this one. So we will check the title, and then we want to save into the title, and we will check what is the content, and we will save it into the content. Once it is success, now you will see window location. The window location, now it goes back to dot dot slash dot dot slash. What does it mean? We have the word root and edit and update and the number, let's say 5. And if you want to go to the read function, yeah, you want it to read only. It means you need to go what? 2. So you need to go back 2 times. That's why we need to have dot dot one time, and then the other dot dot. It means we will go 2 times back from the original link. When we go back 2 times from the original link, then we will have the link with root only. And then we will do the alert. So updating. So we will see that the data has been updated. So if it is already updated, we will go back again to the read function to show the data. So if we have this updated, hello world 1. Okay, you can see this is not possible because when you do this one update, the link, okay, the previous link is not added because I put only this one with manual. Now, if I start from this one, if I start from edit, and then I do hello world 1, and when I do update, happen. not null constraint. Not null constraint created at maybe because of this date time. How to change this one? Let me change my data. Maybe because of this one. Okay, let me just try it. I don't know. This one maybe this we call it, this is Unix time. We have the Unix time. I'm not sure why it changed to Unix time. Okay, let me just change the number 4, okay? Because the Unix time, that's why there is an error here. Let's change this number 4, okay? Let's change number 4. Let's say that I want to change the fourth post academic world 1. So when I update it, so it is updated. Now it becomes academic world 1. If I change this one, it goes here. So AJAX world plus group plus other thing. So when I update it, so it is updated and yeah, we get this result. Okay. Okay, so this is about update, and the last one is about the delete. When we want to, okay, this is the explanation. So we call the values of the attribute name. Okay, so I mentioned to you before, the attribute name, it is from the p edit. Oh, sorry, the p result. Okay, the attribute name from p result, and then this is to go to the edit function, and this is based on the URLs underbar py. And yeah, this is the same with the previous one. We want to get the value, and then we want to verify to avoid the null values. And this is to get the ID. So this is to get the ID from the pedit.html. And then this is to make sure that we go to the define link. So we go to update, and then we will use the ID to update the particular ID. And at the end, we will go to the define link. So get back to tab. So it will return to the index. So the last one is about delete. When we are deleting the data, again, we will need a function to delete. So let's put this into the fuse underbar crude.py. Fuse underbar crude.py. And then, this is to get an ID, and then we will delete it from the data, and we will get back to the index. So after we finish with that one, we can put a new link. We can put a new link, which is delete a particular ID. We can go to this one. We can delete particular ID. So after we have the link to delete the particular ID, now let's update the JavaScript. So the JavaScript, it is located in the script underbar root. Place it into the delete section. So let's go to the delete section. Okay, there is one section delete, and then let's put it here. So the same with the previous one, we are looking at the document and find dot delete. So what is dot? Dot is class. Okay. We are going to access the class delete. So where is the class delete? You go to the P result. We have edit and we have delete. So this is the class delete. So this is the class delete. And this is based on the button. And then when you click on this delete, I would like to check what is the ID. So the ID, it is based on the this it means this is based on the class delete. This is based on the class delete. This is based on the class delete. It means the class delete, we have name. Okay, what is the name? The name is the data from the p.id. Means I'm going to get the ID. So the name is the ID. Then I will get the ID and I put the ID into $ID. Now I'm going to access the AJAX. Okay, so this is using the jQuery. And we are looking at the delete URL plus the ID. So this is the ID that we got and we put it the ID here. So the type is post and then the data, because we don't have any data to clarify, we just need to check whether the token is the same with the token from the JavaScript. So we need to check the Django token and the token from the JavaScript. If it is suitable, then they will do the function deletion. So after we finish with the deletion, if it is success, then we will read back the data and show the alert deleted. If you, let's say, I'm going to delete the fifth post. Oh, I need to refresh. I'm going to delete this one. So delete it. Then the fifth post will be deleted. Now the sixth post. So let's say I'm going to delete and this is deleted. Okay. So this kind of function, it does not need to refresh the page. If, yeah, let's say I'm going to okay. If I remove this delete, let me just remove this delete. So let me make another fifth post. Let's say AJAX work. Okay. And when I create, you can see the data, it is added into the table without any page refresh. And then if I delete this one, sorry, I don't refresh this one. Let's make 6 posts. Just work. So without any refresh, we can add the data. And then when I delete, it will automatically delete this one. Maybe 7 posts. ISD posts. So when I create this one, then it will automatically add only in this table. And then when I delete, then it will connect only the table. So the resource will be very efficient compared to the traditional group. Nowadays, many websites, they try to use this AJAX because of this efficiency. Okay, so we already did it, one instance. So the explanation, yeah. first we need to get the ID from the attribute name, and then we access the defined URL. In this case, we are getting the delete, and we are going to delete the ID, show the data, and let the server delete the data. So we put into the post, so the server will understand what data that you want to delete, and then we will delete this on the top. So after deleting the data, show the remaining data using the ring. Okay. And then we will show the alert deleted. Okay, so that's all. I think we finished good with the Ajax and then the jQuery. And we also implement the jQuery with the basic syntax of Ajax. Actually, there are still so many things with Ajax. For example, yeah, I mentioned to you about mouse click, mouse double click, mouse movement, and etc. Yeah, if you want to improve yourself, please go to the jQuery website. Okay, I think that's all for today. Any questions?